Chosen one, stop for a moment and listen carefully. Heaven is speaking right now. This message is not random, and it is not for everyone. It is for the one who has been waiting, praying, and holding on even when nothing made sense. Chosen one, January 8th is not just another date on the calendar. It is a marked moment in the spiritual realm. While others see an ordinary day, God sees a divine appointment with you. You may have questioned yourself, wondering why doors kept closing, why progress felt delayed, and why breakthrough seemed so close yet so far away. But hear this clearly. Delay was not punishment, it was preparation. God says you are not behind. You were being positioned. Every closed door protected you. Every silent season strengthened you. What felt like loss was actually alignment. When God says jackpot winner, He is not speaking only about money. He is speaking about sudden favor, unexpected elevation, and blessings that arrive all at once. The kind of breakthrough that makes people say, "How did this happen so fast?" What you couldn't achieve in years, God can release in a moment. January 8th marks the shift from survival to reward, from barely enough to more than enough, from being overlooked to being chosen. You didn't win because you were lucky. You won because you stayed faithful when giving up felt easier. This is not chance. This is covenant. God says your season of almost is ending. Your season of suddenly is beginning. And this is only the beginning. Chosen one, listen closely. Heaven is still speaking. Do not scroll past this moment. Do not treat this like ordinary words. There is a reason this message found you, and it is not accidental. You've asked quietly in your heart, "Why me, God? Why the struggle? Why the waiting? Why the pressure that felt heavier than what others carried?" Here is the truth you were never told. God does not give jackpots to random people. He gives them to prepared vessels. You were chosen because you endured what would have broken others. You stayed standing when life kept testing your faith. You kept believing even when results refused to show up. That endurance separated you. January 8th is not about luck. It is about selection. While others quit in silence, you kept showing up tired but faithful. While others complained, you prayed. While others walked away, you stayed. Your consistency in hidden seasons qualified you for public reward. God watched how you handled disappointment. He saw how you treated people who didn't support you. He observed your heart when prayers went unanswered. And He decided this one can be trusted. Jackpot blessings require maturity, not excitement. They require character, not noise. That is why it took time. What is coming to you needed time to grow, not because God was slow, but because the blessing was heavy. January 8th is God saying, "You are ready now, ready to receive, ready to manage, ready to walk in overflow without losing yourself." This isn't just a win. This is validation. Chosen one, stop for a moment and hear me carefully. If the last season felt unusually quiet, if prayers felt unanswered, if progress seemed frozen, this message is for you. Heaven was not absent. Heaven was intentional. You thought God went silent, but the truth is silence was the signal. God goes quiet right before He moves loudly. Before a jackpot is announced, there is a locked vault. Before a breakthrough is revealed, there is a sealed process. You were not ignored, you were being protected from distraction. During this silence, God was rearranging things you couldn't see. He was removing people who would mishandle your blessing. He was shutting doors that would limit what He planned to release. What left your life recently made room for what's about to arrive suddenly. January 8th marks the end of hidden work and the beginning of visible reward. The silence trained you to trust without proof. It strengthened your faith when evidence was missing. Many people only want the jackpot, but few can survive the quiet preparation that comes before it. You were being built internally for an external shift. Your mindset was being upgraded. Your patience was being refined. Your heart was being aligned. The silence didn't weaken you, It qualified you. Now hear this clearly. What is released next will not come in pieces. It will come all at once. One call, one message, one decision, one opportunity. January 8th is the moment God says, enough waiting, open the vault. You're not imagining this shift. You're standing at the edge of it. Chosen one, listen, heaven is speaking with authority. What you are feeling right now is not imagination. Something is lifting, something is breaking, something is ending. For a long time, invisible chains tried to limit you. Cycles of delay, patterns of lack, repeated disappointments that made you question your worth. But hear this clearly. What followed your family for years stops with you. January 8th is not only about receiving, it is about release. God is breaking agreements you never signed. He is canceling burdens you did not create. He is dismantling limitations that were placed on you by fear, history, and expectation. You were not meant to struggle forever. You were not designed to survive on barely enough. You were chosen to end the cycle. The jackpot is not just provision, it is freedom. Freedom from anxiety about tomorrow. Freedom from repeating old mistakes. Freedom from believing you must always settle. Right now, heaven is intervening. What required effort before will begin to flow. What felt heavy will become manageable. What was delayed will accelerate. When God breaks chains, He does it suddenly and completely. January 8th marks the moment of reversal. What drained you will no longer have power over you. What controlled your decisions will lose its grip. This is not hype. This is not emotion. This is authority being restored. You are stepping into a season where blessings will no longer come with fear attached. Chosen one, stop and listen. This moment matters. What is about to happen in your life will not be gradual. It will not be slow. It will be sudden. And that suddenness is intentional. You've been planted in the same place for a long time. People became comfortable seeing you struggle, wait, and stay silent. Some even assumed this was your permanent level. But hear this, God is about to move you so fast that explanations won't be possible. January 8th marks a shift that will surprise those who underestimated you. The same people who didn't support you will suddenly start watching you. Not because you changed, but because God did. Your progress will confuse people because they didn't see the preparation. They missed the prayers. They ignored the discipline. They overlooked the tears you cried in private. What they call sudden was built in silence. This jackpot moment will not look normal. Opportunities will appear without long struggle. Doors will open without repeated knocking. Favor will replace effort. Do not feel guilty when things start working. Do not minimize what God is doing. You did not steal this blessing, you survived for it. When God elevates you, He does not ask permission from people. January 8th is the day your pace changes. Your reach expands. Your influence grows. Some will celebrate you. Some will question you. But none will be able to stop what God has decided. Chosen one, listen very carefully. Heaven is giving instruction now. Receiving the jackpot is one thing. Protecting it is another. What God is releasing on January 8th requires wisdom, not fear. In past seasons, disappointment taught you to expect less. Pain trained you to stay guarded. Delay convinced you not to hope too big. But now God says, do not shrink your expectations just because you were hurt before. This is not the season to doubt good news. This is not the moment to overthink opportunities. This is not the time to talk yourself out of blessings. One of the greatest dangers after breakthrough is self-sabotage. Questioning what God already approved. Over-explaining what God already confirmed. Fearing loss instead of trusting provision. What God gives in peace does not need to be defended in panic. January 8th marks a mental shift as much as a material one. You must think differently to sustain what's coming. Old survival habits cannot manage new overflow. Do not rush decisions from fear. Do not share everything with everyone. Do not carry guilt for receiving what you prayed for. You are allowed to receive without apology. God is teaching you how to steward increase calmly, how to stay grounded while being elevated, how to walk confidently without becoming careless. This jackpot season is not fragile. It does not disappear overnight. It is supported by divine intention. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust the one who released it. Chosen one, stop for a moment and listen carefully. What God is releasing to you is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to position you. This jackpot carries purpose, not pressure. For a long time, you associated increase with stress, more responsibility, more expectations, more fear of losing it all. But God says, what I bless you with, I also empower you to carry. January 8th is not God adding weight to your life. It is God adding capacity. You are not being promoted to struggle harder. You are being promoted to function better, to lead calmer, to live freer. This blessing is designed to solve problems, not create them. To bring stability, not anxiety. To expand your influence, not exhaust your soul. When God increases you, He also increases your peace. You will notice something different this time. No chaos, no rush, no confusion, just clarity. You will know what to say yes to. You will feel confident saying no without guilt. You will move with wisdom instead of urgency. This jackpot season is aligned with your values. It will not pull you away from who you are. It will confirm who you are becoming. God never blesses you in a way that destroys you. January 8th marks the beginning of purposeful abundance. Resources with direction. Opportunities with meaning. Chosen one, listen closely. This message carries weight. What God is placing in your hands is not meant to stop with you. This jackpot is bigger than personal success. Carries influence, healing, and change. For a long time, you wondered why your heart was so sensitive to others' pain. Why you noticed needs that others ignored. Why you felt called to help, even when you had little yourself. Now you understand why. God blesses you so you can become an answer to prayers you once prayed. January 8th marks the beginning of overflow with intention. You will be in positions where your decisions affect more than just your life. Your words will encourage. Your presence will stabilize. Your obedience will open doors for others. This is not about proving anything. This is about becoming a vessel. God trusted you with this jackpot because He saw your heart. He saw how you gave when it was inconvenient. He saw how you stayed humble when no one was watching. Increase follows integrity. You will notice people gravitating toward you, not for what you have, but for how you carry it. They will feel safe around your peace, inspired by your discipline, strengthened by your testimony. This blessing will break limitations for those connected to you. Family patterns will change. Generational stories will be rewritten. When God lifts one person, He often lifts a lineage. January 8th is not just your win. It is a turning point for many. Chosen one, stop and listen carefully. Heaven is giving wisdom now. Not everyone who celebrates with you is assigned to stay with you. This season requires discernment more than noise. When blessings increase, attention increases. When favor shows up, opinions multiply. When God elevates you, motives around you become visible. Hear this clearly. Every door that opens is not meant to be entered. January 8th is not only about receiving, it is about choosing wisely. You don't have to explain your success. You don't have to justify your growth. You don't have to invite everyone into your next season. God is sharpening your discernment because what you carry now is valuable. Some people will be curious. Some will be inspired. Some will want access without alignment. Access without alignment leads to unnecessary loss. This is the season to listen more than you speak. To observe patterns, not promises. To trust peace over pressure. God will guide you quietly, through discomfort, through hesitation, through an inner check that says, Not this one. Do not ignore that voice. January 8th marks a higher level of stewardship. What you protect will multiply. What you expose carelessly will drain. Protection is part of provision. You are not becoming distant. You are becoming focused. Chosen one, pause for a moment and hear this clearly. What you do after the breakthrough matters just as much as what you did before it. Heaven is watching your response. Gratitude is not a reaction. It is a key. Some people receive blessings and immediately want more. They rush past the miracle without recognizing it. But God says, "What you honor, I multiply." January 8th is not only the release of the jackpot. It is the test of your heart posture. Gratitude keeps you grounded when life accelerates. It reminds you where you came from. It protects you from entitlement and comparison. You don't need to be loud to be thankful. You don't need to prove anything publicly. Quiet gratitude speaks loudly in the spiritual realm. Gratitude secures what excitement cannot. Thank God for the open doors even before you walk through them. Thank Him for provision even while it's increasing. Thank Him for peace, especially when life becomes busy. This posture invites continuity. What arrives once begins to return again and again. January 8th marks the start of a flow, not a one-time moment. A rhythm of favor, pattern of provision. This is not a lucky break. This is a lasting season. Stay thankful when it feels normal. Stay humble when it feels easy. Stay aware when it feels abundant. Chosen one, listen carefully. This is not temporary. What God is doing in your life is not fragile. It is not unstable. It is sealed. You've seen good moments come and go before. You've experienced hope that faded. You've celebrated early only to be disappointed later. But God says, "What I establish in this season cannot be undone by people, delay, or opposition." January 8th is not an experiment. It is a divine decision. This blessing is not resting on your strength alone. It is backed by God's authority. That means no human opinion can cancel it. No mistake from your past can disqualify it. No fear from your mind can reverse it. When God seals a season, He also secures it. You may still face normal challenges. You may still need wisdom and patience. But you will no longer fight to survive. This season will support you, carry you, sustain you. You will notice stability replacing stress, consistency replacing chaos, confidence replacing fear. January 8th marks the end of uncertainty. You are no longer asking, "Will it work?" You are stepping into, "This is working." God didn't just bless you, He stabilized you. What is sealed does not leak. What is protected does not collapse. Chosen one, stop for a moment and receive this final word. Heaven is not whispering anymore. Heaven is confirming. What began as a promise is now a declaration. January 8th is not just a date you will remember. It is a line drawn between who you were and who you are becoming. Between survival and stability. Between hoping and holding. God says, "I did not bring you this far to let you fall now." Everything you walked through had purpose. Every delay trained you. Every tear watered the ground for this harvest. You are not stepping into this season unprepared. You are stepping in covered. Covered by wisdom. Covered by favor. Covered by divine timing. What is coming to you will stay with you. You will not lose this blessing. You will not mishandle this opportunity. You will not return to the place God pulled you out of. This jackpot season will feel different. Calmer, clearer, secure. No rush, no panic, no fear of tomorrow. January 8th is heaven saying, "Rest now. I've got this." Your struggle has expired. Your reward has arrived. Walk forward without looking back. Receive without guilt. Build without fear. This chapter is sealed. This season is protected. This blessing is yours. And yes, God says you're the jackpot winner.